Well, the oddly captivating Tom Brady series, Tom versus Time, has come to a close.
You're still watching that?
I am, yeah. Well, I had to see the final one because this is the Super Bowl episode to see where he lost, and they kind of show the thumb and just how bad it was. Just a pretty solid little gash that he had, and he has that dude that follows him around that's always just rubbing him. And that guy, I mean, this guy's hands are always on him.
It's just really weird. I wonder how Giselle feels about that.
He touches Tom so much more than Giselle does.
So weird.
Just nonstop.
It's
nonstop.
how do you get that job, by the way? Like, do you apply to be Tom Brady?
Was there a lineup of like 10 guys that came in and started rubbing him, and he's like, going,
how's that on your resume, though? The guy that's actually says, like, I touch Tom for a living.
That's true.
That's huge. That guy's set for life.
I mean, I guess so.
Wherever he goes next, he's going to be able to touch whoever he wants.
He's a professional toucher.
Yes, they can afford him. I mean, that's going to be the big question.
Bill Cosby's wondering where that job isn't open.
Yeah, that would have worked.
So what is going to be going on with Tom Brady? Are we going to see more of Tom? Does he do anything that kind of like alludes to what he might be and how much longer he might stick around? If there's anything that you were looking for, is any kind of clue on that? You didn't get much. This is probably the best thing as he wraps up. This is pretty much the final little piece of audio you're going to see in the Facebook series Tom versus Time.
These last 2 years have been very challenging for him in so many ways. And I think he just want, he tells me, I love it so much, and I just want to go to work and feel appreciated and have fun.
It's a big commitment. Sitting here, laying here 3 days after the year, getting my Achilles worked on my thumb. And you go, what are we doing this for? What are we doing this for? Who are we doing this for? Why are we doing this? You got to have answers to those questions. And they have to be with a lot of conviction. When you lose your conviction, then you probably should be doing something else.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots fans are having a heart attack this morning.
How do you feel about that? Does that have a tone? Does that have any kind of like air to it, or is it just nothing like saying, duh? He probably said that at the end of year 2, that you got to have a lot of conviction for it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess so. But I mean, listening to that, Patriots fans, they must be like a high death rate in Boston right now, because if they freaked out over that gobbledygook tweet that Gronk put out a couple weeks ago, this has really got to send them right over the edge.
No, it's got to be bad up there. Look, they're getting another blizzard right now up in Boston. Now Tom Brady's talking about needing to have conviction to play football. They're not happy up there right now.
They think it's the apocalypse.
Yes, it's not good. It's not good in Boston.
I think the big part of Tom Brady's conviction is looking at what he has around him. I think that's where his decisions start, is he looks, and he did call Gronkowski in the final episodes, which kind of lets you believe that, okay, maybe they have kind of a tight relationship.
Yeah.
And you want to see where dominoes might fall and where that Tom Brady conviction is. Gronkowski winds up not playing next year. I think that's a major blow to Tom Brady's conviction.
Yeah, probably.
That would be a big deciding factor. Not that I don't think Tom Brady's going to retire. And honestly, that statement is pretty benign. Honestly, it's kind of a generic statement that he made.
I don't think it's alarming for next year, but I think that the Gronkowski thing would give him pause. That he would say, okay, what are we going to look like here?
Yeah, I mean, because you're talking about your main offensive weapon that's been there through everybody, through all of the other receivers, through all of the other offensive lines. He's been there for you. He's your buddy. But, I mean, Tom is going to do Tom until Tom can't do Tom anymore, and nobody's going to tell. I mean, you're never going to know when it's going to be over. It's just going to be one day he's going to say, I'm done.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no alluding to it.
We're not going to see it coming? Like, he's just going to leave?
He's just going to be done.
Wow.
He's always been a mysterious dude, except for this Facebook series, which was still odd. Just to see him being human. But
Very weird, yeah.
It was interesting, though, right? It was kind of
He's
like
getting
interesting
touched
to
all
watch.
the time, drinking candles, kissing his son on the mouth too long.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
A lot happened in that.
Maybe the most humanizing thing, though, was the story about Tom Brady being a pretty good beer chugger. I was really impressed.
That really blew my mind.
Yeah, that
like
was
a
just
man among men.
It's weird because you just don't see any humanity out of Tom Brady, and when you do, it seems awkward sometimes. And then when he comes out and he can knock down a beer, some of the stories that I was hearing people talking about this, he can chug a beer like you would just pour it into a glass.
Yeah.
And honestly, watching him, and you can see the video he's on with Stephen Colbert. Not even close. I mean, it's just straight back, and it was a sizable, like well over a pint of beer. No, it's down in 2.5 seconds.
No, he killed it.
It's unbelievable.
He actually, I mean, he chugged this beer. He would beat me.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think he beat it.
Why? What are you, some type of world beer
I'm
drinker?
just saying. I'm pretty good at chugging beer.
He beat me.
He beat me. He's really good.
There will have to be a challenge on this show before the end of the week.
I think we're going to have to do it now, aren't we?
Beat me.
Yeah, we got to establish some things around here. We got to know.
Jesus.
It's a new show, man. We don't know who can chug a beer and how fast.
Now we need to know.
It was really crazy though because he just opened up his throat and let it happen.
Wait a minute.
Well, I mean, the beer, like it was crazy.
Okay,
how
he's got that ability. It was a different level.
it was.
Yeah, and just one of the stories talking about going out with Tom Brady to a restaurant, and they were in town. I think it was in Rochester, and because it was so quick and spur of the moment, he'd go in there. Like if he goes into a Capitol Grill and somebody starts to get wind that Tom Brady's there, he's got to go out the back door because all of a sudden it gets too crazy for him. So it's really hard. Tom Brady can't go out. So he sneaks in the back door, goes in there. They wind up having a beer chugging contest. Julian Edelman's in on it, and Tom Brady just crushes everybody in beer chugging.
There's been multiple stories of that coming out, too. It's really crazy.
Yeah, so apparently he's that's something he does. Little piece of humanity there from Tom Brady.
He also admitted that he did not like strawberries, even though he had never eaten a strawberry before.
Really?
Tom Brady.
He said he hated strawberries.
Is Tom Brady weird? He's a weird guy, right?
Tom Brady's a damn alien, okay? He is not of this earth.